Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma, y antes de morir yo quiero echarme verso del alma.
Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.
Hey, Faith, come hell or high water, I'm gonna beat you today.
We look to the future. We look to the future.
Guantanamo, one of planet Earth's darkest holes, where the inmates they lose their mind and the guards they lose their souls. Forget the laws they're supposed to impose, it's simple science, but these bullies they favor the chokehold. Cause there's new rules in this war on terror. They might take me out of my house and no one would know any better. First stop, Paddington Station, 3 weeks interrogation, then commence my destination. It'd be Cuba, but we ain't going straight. We'll be stopping off along the way, more interrogation, also some gunplay. They got my life on a Russian roulette, and now we're landing in Guevara's garden. Orange boiler suits, they got me shackled and I'm fucking starving.
Starving, man. Shut your mouth, boy.
I can feel the sun but I can't see it. They got me blindfolded like I know some long lost secrets. I'm talking on the hypothetical, but this ain't all theatrical. Torture's gone international. Moroccans and Russians and British Muslims sold to the American forces on the basis that they're Al-Qaeda enforcers. Hunger strike, force fed, daily beatings, eyes red, sodomized and raped to their pride. Who's looking out for them? Is this a war on terror or a war on human rights? One of these days, one of these nights we'll see the light.
Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.
We look to the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.
Across the globe, governments have allowed their citizens to be sold, left to die in this legal black hole called Guantanamo. This ain't new, it's a story that's over 4 years old. Eyes blind by 24-hour lights, lungs freezing cold. For many, being called Mohammed is their only crime. This is dedicated to those in Cuba doing serious time, those who've lost their minds in solitary confinement, those beaten into a coma for refusing to be silent. Imagine your penis being sliced by razor blades and not being able to tell your family cause you feel so ashamed. Sleepless nights, wondering if the next day will be your last, wondering if the extreme reaction force is gonna rape your ass. Shackled to the floor for hours, wouldn't you piss yourself? So why don't you get off the fucking sofa and do something to help? We say we hate terrorists, but we respect Islam. Guards, force-fed hunger strikers in the first week of Ramadan. It makes me sick to my stomach, so no, I won't stay calm. This is a sin, but who's gonna ring the alarm? In the Quran you'll burn in hell for the sin of suicide, and that's the only reason these men won't take their own lives. And they refuse to cut the family ties that stretch across the miles. Loved ones who've run out of water for their eyes to cry. Look at the public outcry. Out one of our feds dead, but we don't care about guards mopping up piss with another man's head. By doing nothing, our hands are so dread. With the bloodshed, it's time for action. Enough has already been said. It's time for action. Enough has already been said.
Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.
We look to the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, 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 Guantanamera.
To the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.
We look to the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.
The dictionary definition of Guantanamo Bay is spelled Hypocrisy, hypocrisy. That here we are saying that we're in favor of the rule of law and democracy, and what do? We take people to a place and we tell them they're not human beings, and we tell them they don't have any human rights, and we tell them that even though it's a crime to kill a little animal, it's not a crime to beat up a human being. And that's all about hatred. That's all about the Americans being hypocritical, which just breeds hatred around the world. 500 guys in Guantanamo. They've all been locked up there for about 4 years. Just there for George Bush to pretend like he's doing something about the world. He says they're the worst of the worst, with Omar, they sprayed this pepper spray in his eyes and they gouged him. And the officer was shouting, do it harder, do it harder. And in the end, they blinded him. And with Binyam, they flew him to Morocco and they tortured him with a razor blade to his penis for 20 days, 24 hours a day. They played Eminem music incredibly loudly in the middle of winter where it's freezing to death. Shaka Rama, he's from here in London. He's got 4 little kids here in London. He never saw one of them. But old Shaka, he just doesn't really want to live down there. He's happy if they kill him.
Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera,
We look to the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, 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 Guantanamera,
To the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera,
We look to the future.
Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guantanamera.